We now know why the January 6th hearing took an unexpected 3-week break, because they didn't want the television coverage to be overshadowed by the shrieking of angry feminists and other liberals who are upset now that they might not be able to sacrifice their children to Moloch since the Supreme Court overruled Roe versus Wade.
Stand by, Jeffrey. We do have breaking news just into CNN.
Give me just a moment of personal here.
Sorry, I'm getting, watching the women there. It's emotional.
This is as devastating a ruling as can be imagined.
It's a very dark day in America.
There really is a lot of people who believe this is a rigged court.
We are looking at a sort of a constitutional, legal, I don't want to use the word civil war.
This is going to be a legal civil war.
It's going to be legal chaos.
We're sort of entering the legal Wild West here.
But don't worry, Satanists. California, New York, and other Democrat-run states will still allow abortions, and in fact, they're encouraging it. In Dallas, the Marxists protested by twerking. Seriously, this is actual footage of the abortion rights activists' protest on Friday after the ruling was announced. Numerous businesses tried to calm the fears of their liberal employees and virtue signal to the rest of the country by saying that they would pay for the travel expenses if any of the employees wanted to get an abortion but lived in a Republican state where it was restricted. One of them is Disney, the formerly family-friendly company which rebranded into a queer entertainment streaming network. Of course, there are liberals on TikTok who took it upon themselves to remind the country that this doesn't just affect women, because supposedly men can get pregnant these days, and gender non-binary people, or people who say that they don't have a gender.
Just a reminder, because it seems like everyone needs it, not just women get abortions. People with uteruses get abortions. Trans people get abortions, trans men, non-binary people of all genders get abortions.
In California, where this Supreme Court decision changes absolutely nothing, protesters took to the street in Los Angeles and, of course, blocked traffic. In Washington, D.C. and numerous other cities across the country, Antifa took to the streets chanting threats like, "If abortions aren't safe, neither are you." The same thing that they've spray painted on numerous pregnancy resource centers that have been vandalized over the last few weeks. And it sure looks like this summer is going to be a sequel to the Black Lives Matter riots in the summer of 2020. In case you forgot, Donald Trump said that the Supreme Court would do this if he became president.
Do you want to see the court overturn Roe v. Wade?
Well, if we put another 2 or perhaps 3 justices on, that's really what's going to be, that will happen. And that'll happen automatically, in my opinion, because I am putting pro-life justices on the court. I will say this, it will go back to the states, and the states will then make a determination.
Also, a friendly reminder, Ben Shapiro campaigned against Trump in 2016, even after he won the Republican nomination, thus de facto supporting Hillary Clinton, and even said that if Trump were to win, that he would appoint liberals to the Supreme Court. He appointed not just 1, but 3 conservatives, which again resulted in Roe versus Wade being overturned. But I guess when you're in your late 30s like Ben, who is a neocon by the way, it's not that hard to look intelligent when you're debating 18-year-old college freshmen at your events. The Department of Justice, which is headed up by Merrick Garland, who wishes that he was a Supreme Court justice instead, and might have been appointed by Barack Obama if the Republicans hadn't blocked it, by the way. They issued a statement denouncing the Supreme Court's ruling and signaled that they were going to actually subvert the highest court in the land and possibly recommend that state and local district attorneys not enforce abortion restrictions in areas that have them in place. So far, at least one district attorney, one in Dane County, Wisconsin, which is where Madison is located, the state capital, indicated that he would not prosecute doctors or women who sacrifice their children to Moloch, violating the state's restrictions. Other district attorneys are probably going to make the same announcement if they haven't already by now. This is one of the stories that's not going to go away. The left is going to get even more unhinged than usual, which is an incredible feat, and we might witness an actual insurrection. Things are so divided in America these days, politically, culturally, intellectually, morally, that at this point, the Democrats might as well secede and just form their own country called Woketopia and leave the rest of us alone. And by the way, since summer's here and the weather's getting warm, I've released my new climate change shirt, which shows how the climate changes every season from winter to spring to summer and fall. Order yours from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. Or if that's not your style, order my new Ultra MAGA shirt, the classic Liberalism Find a Cure shirt, or any of my awesome designs. All available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.